So are going to look at one other material feature here, which is this add file and link option. And this is going to be the place where you can insert external resources, whether that's a web page, a Google Doc, a Padlet. If there are other tools that you are using for your iron project, there's probably a way to embed it right in our collaboration center. So we're going to take a look at those right now and ways to do other interactive activities. So I'm actually going to go to our community folder and my SDG community resources. I put a bunch here. And I'm just going to take a quick preview of what it looks like. So here's an example of an external tool that I embedded in, which is a Google document. And I can embed it right in the platform. I don't have to send people links and make them go somewhere else. They can jump right in here and type and collaborate. And so this is just an SDG resources list for teachers. But if you were doing something in a Google Doc, a Google Excel sheet, or something else, you can embed it in and have your participants collaborate right in the space. One note is if you are doing things like that and bringing other tools, to always check your share settings. Mine, I set it so anyone who has the link can access, no sign-in required. And so if you are doing this for participants, you just want to make sure that it's not restricted. And I know some tools you can restrict it with a password. And so I'll show you a look at that in just a minute as well too. So let's take a look at how you would do that. So you'd click Add File Link External Tool. So this is the fourth material we're looking at. And I'm going to add an external tool. And so I'm going to say our activity. And it's pretty simple. I can put a title that's going to pop up. And I'm going to just put a link, put the URL right here. If there's a shared secret, you can put it there. Again, I'd skip grading for now. And then let's just see what it looks like. It's going to pop up at the bottom. And so it's that easy just to put one of those tools right in. So if I'm doing this as a facilitator, I might add a page above it that gives some text instructions that, tells people click on SDG community resources to collaborate on our collaborative document. You can always add text on these pages to give students and teachers instructions on what they should do with each of these things. And I can also put numbers on them too, right? So if I wanted them to look here first, I could put 1 and help guide people around. Okay. So that is an external tool. I'm going to show you another external tool. This is going to be a Padlet. Share, copy link. So this is my global project exploration Padlet. And again, you just copy the URL and put it right in there. And when I'm clicking, I go right into that tool. So if you are using some special tools as part of your project and you want help looking at it, just let us know. I'd be curious to hear what sort of tools you're using. But there's probably a way to embed it just right in the collaboration center by doing that add materials, add external tool option. All right, I'm going to show you what other options there are here now. And one of those was adding a link. So this is a really great way to share resources with students without sending them outside the collaboration center. What I did here was I just added a link for this web page. It's actually a tool we give to teachers for World's Largest Lesson, which is just a really great resource for teachers on SDGs. And in our collaboration center, we're embedding it right in the platform. So right here, they can just go click and explore and learn about that resource without even have to go into another window or another tab. So let me show you how you do that. again, it's this add file link external tool. I'm going to add a link. And I've got this UN SDG page I want people to look at as part of the project, right? So I can put SDGs. And then I can click to, I can actually choose if I want it in a new window. Usually I like it right in Schoology, so they don't even have to go anywhere else. So let's take a look. Again, it pops up down here. And then my students in the project, if they're reading about water issues, they're reading about hunger issues, I can put whatever resource it is right there for them to just do some research on if it's recommended for the project, and do a little looking together. Okay, so that's the link. The last one I just want to show is this add file. And this is where I can just attach a file that I want people to look at. Maybe I have a PowerPoint that I want teachers and students to click through. Maybe here's sort of a boring example, but I have an annual report that would probably take too long to upload. So let me attach something else. Nestle brochure, that's fine. So I have some sort of document or resource here that I want people to look at. I can just upload it right into my project, add it. And then, you can put a PowerPoint here like that, a PDF, and it's just going to open. This is what I love. You can just view it right in the platform. So if, any presentation or instruction will just show up right in the platform. Okay, so again, that's that file link external tool. And then going back here, those are the 4 components that we recommend you start with along with the folders for getting your iron project set up.